Charity Gaming Guild presents the Nat Pun Podcast.
Welcome, adventurers, to episode 4 of our little chat, where we're going to reflect on what happened in last week's story. Now, before we start, I do have a very special sort of call out to Beth, my saxophone tutor. You know who you are, and I hope you're enjoying this episode whilst vacuuming your home. And go easy with the all the lesson next time and don't do the main thing. Anyway, willpower attack on. So, guys, this was a. Why is everyone laughing?
Started off strong there, Andy.
Yeah, I know. Well, she
haven't.
was she busy to you? No, she likes to use all these scales and makes them hard, and she asks me questions I don't know the answer to, and it's.
She's challenging you.
I know. It's great fun.
I feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
Anyway, so joining me today, we have Gabe. That's you, John.
Oh, hi, that's me, yes.
Myself, Steezy. Caroline Conrad.
Yes.
Yeah. And we never came up with one for you, Ash. Do you have one for you you'd like to choose?
I never give myself one, but if you want to give me one, you can.
Because before you've got ones that were like oldie worldy. I'm trying to keep us.
We're off topic.
I'm trying to keep it.
It was the way he looked at me when I said it. He's got one of them faces, isn't he?
He has got one of those faces.
It's the only one I've got.
Well,
I'm sorry, Bertie.
first, before you gave us ones that were kind of from an era, were these ones similarly erified or just?
These ones were based on your activities in the last campaign episode.
Right, okay.
So that's why we had good and bad skiing, because Adonis and G were good and bad with the skiing.
Okay,
And you spent a lot of time a patch.
got one for you then. Goat murderer.
Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, though, does it?
It's fair.
Iambic pentameter.
Okay, welcome, Goat Murderer.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, we've got a lot to unpack in this episode. So, we started the episode all arriving safely after 60 days on the road to Timberminster. And we established that the town was, all made up of wooden-style buildings, not the people.
Not the people, importantly.
Which was very important to understand. There was also a little bit of, we saw a poster. I mean, I didn't, because, G went straight off to the tavern, as is his wont. But there was a poster, and it had the inscription, "Hunters leave mark after the dark," which, you were checking your notes, have I got that right?
Yes, you have.
Yeah, thank you very much. Which I don't think we actually got to understand fully. I mean, obviously there was something that happened later on, which we'll come to, which may have lean into its meaning, but whether we actually understood it fully, I don't know. There was also a rumour, and I'm conscious I'm doing all the speaking so far. So, who's going to tell me what the rumour is?
What are you looking at me for?
On a rolling dice.
You got in trouble last time.
I'm rolling a D4.
Okay.
Ash is 1, Bertie's 2, John's 3, I'm 4. And it's 2.
The rumour was that everybody in Timberminster was a lycanthrope.
That's werewolf to those of you that don't know what a lycanthrope is.
Well, not. I think lycanthrope is just someone who transforms. So it could be someone who transforms into like a bear. Isn't it? Yeah.
Sort of werebears, werewolves,
Yeah.
rats,
It's that.
ravens,
Is lycanthropy is like
Boars as well?
boars,
the
tiger.
disease. Imagine someone turning into a snake.
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 That's nice.
Until it was stupid.
Steven the snake. Rawr.
I mean, I thought it was interesting that despite all the attention the Vespa had been given to Patch over the previous episode. That when we arrived at Timberminster and G went strolling off to the tavern, Patch followed.
Well, he tried. He couldn't. He wasn't walking. He was being carried. It was just kind of trying to get to him.
Yeah. I think that's it speaks volumes about how he feels about you compared to me.
You can smell the wine.
Is that it?
Very defensive.
It's just like vegetable. He's an alcoholic dog.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on then, shall we? So, usual antics in the bar. I get there, I order a drink for each hand, which is my sort of, I guess,
Trademark.
it is a trademark. Yeah. That was a good expression, yeah, trademark. So I'm sitting there with, and it's whiskey this time, rather than that piece that was served in other bars.
Or the literal piss that you had.
Or the little piece I had on the ski slope, yes. Yeah. So what were your feelings? When you saw the poster, what was your thoughts about it? What did you think it meant?
Initially, I thought it was about like some band. You know how you have band posters? I thought maybe it was a music-related thing, so I wasn't too sure.
So outside game, obviously know the rumours. In game, don't know if Adonis would, but I thought it might be some sort of underground group. Like, not cult. It seems like the wrong word to use where everyone's a werewolf, but
Well, like the Wombles.
yeah, some sort of anti-establishment poster.
What? Underground, overground, wobbling free.
We don't have the money.
Because you're here, though.
I didn't sing it. Oops. Okay, Ash, was there anything behind it that you wanted us to get out from the poster that we didn't?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stop asking those questions. Elaborate to us, please.
So there was actually 3 posters, but you didn't linger out in the street for as long as I thought you would. So you had the Hunters leave their mark after dark. The other posters were dotted about. There was another one which is, if the moon's out, don't be about. And another one was, if there's glow from the moon, stay home in your room. Was like the
Right.
thing.
Okay.
So the kind of the inspiration for that was like wartime posters.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you'd have them up during wartime. It was that kind of thing. That's the kind of feeling I want to try and get over with them. You went straight to the tavern, so there wasn't really any opportunity to see the other 2.
Well, no joke about how I remember those posters.
Do you know, I wasn't going to, but
So then,
I might.
so that's interesting because there was the comment that people obviously react to. I'm sure we'll get to it in a second. But it's just interesting that that's quite a juxtaposition between how they reacted and the fact that they're kind of actively advertising that side of it, almost leaning into it. So, interesting.
It's kind of deliberately worded that way. So the posters obviously don't say like, because you're a werewolf, stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
But the threat is at night time.
Yeah.
So it's like nighttime themed, without directly being to do with lycanthropy. And it's not because of lycanthropy they're being told to stay at home.
Okay.
So I tried to deliberately get that kind of, like you said, that juxtaposition of information. So you look at it and go, oh,
Yeah.
it doesn't make much sense, but at the same time it sort of does as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like to confuse people. And you was confused.
I wanted
Did
to
you
use.
just Google the word juxtaposition?
No, I was just checking on the definition of lycanthropy. Okay. It does refer specifically to werewolves, not changing to anything else.
I don't know, okay.
Is there one that is not well? But I think that's the general kind of. I think it's more of a. Is it more of a D&D thing that you could turn into other
Perhaps
stuff?
it's more of a different
Maybe,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that might be what we're thinking about there, but yeah.
I thought it was an overview, but thanks for correcting us.
I just didn't want to come across as being as stupid as I sounded.
I think most of the time people go to Wolf anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
I certainly did.
Oh, I won't be in the future. Now I know there's a whole world of animals I can turn into.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we get to the bar. I've got my drinks. loving me drinks, whiskey, get a discount. Even better. So, after that, I've got to check my notes now. Oh yeah, so we get, Adonis comes in, he orders his wine and decides that because it's expensive at 10 gold per bottle, he's only going to have one bottle. I'm not quite sure, how did you honestly think you were going to manage 2 bottles on your own?
Absolutely. Me and Patrick have done one each.
Ah, of course, Patch, the alcoholic dog. And Vesper, coffee. You from?
Well,
What's that about?
Well, we'd been travelling for a while.
Yeah.
There had been the thought about lycanthropy. I don't want to be in a new place, getting pissed and being, if anything does happen, being out of it. I'm like keeping myself peppy. Bit of pep.
So getting the sort of the caffeine high and then
And
crashing.
then going to sleep.
Ready to go out in the street.
Rather than being drunk and not actually feeling any of the pain that you get if you get attacked.
It threw me for a second. Because I've never actually thought, like, does coffee exist in Neil Havens? And now I guess it does.
Yeah, because I was like, how can I say this without just saying coffee? An energetic beverage. Do you have any Monster or Red Bull? Other caffeine drinks are available.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's going to cost more than my Wombles.
Yeah. But no, it's just because it is normally the case. You just go, oh, I'll have a pint of ale, but
Yeah.
she's not really a drinky person. I mean, she tried some wine with you before. So,
That's good. We've developed law.
nice.
We have indeed.
Coffee exists.
So what's the main coffee company in Timberminster, Ash?
I don't bloody know.
It has to be the one that's pooped out. You know, the beans.
Wombats or something.
Yeah, I think it's like pooped out by an animal. And
Oh, isn't it a cat? It's a cat, isn't it? Is it a cat?
I thought it was a monkey. I don't know.
Hmm.
Listeners, write in, let us know which animal is it that poops out the beans.
I learned something about wombat poo the other week.
What?
But they're pew. Their poo is cube shaped.
That is so cool. What?
That's got to
Wombat
be
poo is
uncomfortable,
cube.
isn't it?
Does that hurt when it comes
Like
out?
a Pence dispenser.
I've never asked a wombat. I've never seen a wombat in real life, but I thought that was an interesting fact.
That is interesting.
Cube shaped poo.
So if you're ever out in the woods going for a little walk and you see little cubes, you'd be like, oh, there's a wombat here. That's cool.
They are all over the
Yeah.
UK.
They're rampant in Britain.
Remember, kids, it's not Lego.
Or cola cubes.
Yeah, I was going to say, also cubes.
Cola cubes? Aren't there cola cubes painted?
Sorry about Andy remembers them coming out.
I was going to say, what's a cola cube?
It's kind of a cube of cola flavoured sweet.
Oh, it's a sweetie.
Half-boiled
It's a
sweet.
sweetie. Yeah.
Wait.
And you had to be careful because they also did like the pineapple junk.
Yeah.
But they also look very similar to the things that you used to sort of put in the bottom of a men's urinal in the pubs.
Yeah, they've got your own cakes, yeah.
So so you had to make sure that you weren't too drunk and think that you were getting a free pineapple junk.
The clue surely is that you're picking it out of a urinal.
How drunk did you get?
Wow.
Yeah, it depends. We won't talk about my birthday party, will we?
I was there.
Wait.
I think that brings it up. I'm going to say everything we need to know.
Urinal cakes in was he before you can stop him.
There was one point where I did find myself sat on Andy's lap in the garden of the village hall,
Yeah.
surrounded by people, whilst I think he was seeing Queen.
I don't remember anything.
I think me
Silence.
and my brother on the other.
Ah, like Santa Claus.
There are other names we could use there as well, aren't there?
Yes. Yes. And,
That's the one that I'm going to say.
The safe one.
and as there are family, this is a family show, I will not make any further comments.
Is this a family show? Whoops.
Oh no. Which been demonetised.
I was going to say, I was just thinking that Santa only comes once a year, but he does, he fills your stockings. Anyway.
Is that why I got wet feet like that?
Mm-hmm. So we started.
Why were you wearing stockings?
People's fancy dress.
So we started to chat to our barkeeper. At this point, we didn't actually know his name, but he started making conversation and asking us why we were here, and we sort of gave him the background as to all the losses of the towns.
Can I just say how appreciative I was that when I said you won the long with the short version, you said short. But brilliant, because
I already got 2 notes.
I know the short version.
I think that despite the fact that we used the short version, it still took you 4 attempts to get the right direction. South, north, west, east.
Yeah. So it is harder, isn't it? Because we're obviously playing theatre of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were playing a normal game of D&D, you might have a map on the table that the DM can put up and you can physically see it. I think it is harder because we literally have nothing on the table. It is just us talking.
Yeah.
So it's at this point, I think, that Vesper did sort of talk about the rumours. And she was quite blunt, and sort of tried to hide it anyway. It was oh yeah, everyone's suffering from lycanthropy. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but G had a unique way of testing that theory. Is that right?
Through a spoon.
It was a four.
It was a four.
Yeah.
Chat and fetch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one person did twitch. Was that actually a genuine sort of instinct to try and fetch the book for me, or was that?
It could have been. It could also have been anger.
Or a very clever way to introduce another NPC you needed to engage with.
Thanks, Faye. Very clever. That's very nice.
I was like,
Ah.
yeah.
All right.
How rude.
I know. It's because I'm grumpy and old.
We know.
How
So,
could I just?
yeah.
How does Adonis feel about the lycanthropy thing having Patch with him? Does that affect your kind of opinion of it at all?
It doesn't affect his opinion of it at all.
Okay.
At all. So he's been a wizard. He's an old wizard, and it's his dog. He's been with him forever.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't even give it a second thought that he brought a dog to a town of werewolves.
Cool. Okay. Leader of the pack.
He knows Patch will bite him, and he knows he can summon him back if he needs to. So that's.
and do you use any form of magic to keep a dog alive for 78 years?
It's a familiar. So he's been with him since he learned to cast by familiar.
Was he always, so like the first time Adonis summoned Patch, was he always 78 years old?
No, he's a puppy.
Oh, okay, so he
Adonis
has
has got older.
aged.
The dog's got old with him. Yeah.
So cool.
So Adonis is a really, really old wizard and has been a wizard for a really long time.
Yeah.
He's level 4.
That's why.
Yeah, but he was a
Wizard
book.
journey.
He was a book wizard.
Yeah. They did write you a backstory, actually.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
Yeah.
Did read it. I'm just joking. I did read it. I've read everyone's backstory.
Did I provide?
I don't think
No.
I don't know if I did either.
It wasn't much. It was only like 2 paragraphs.
2 paragraphs?
Yeah.
You might get 2
500
sentences
words
from me.
each. My grammar's rubbish.
No, and it was all in caps.
It's very important. You read it.
So I think it was at this point that we also first came across the you can pronounce it lupine or lupine?
Lupine.
Lupine. So the lupine guards have issued an order that no one should go out after dark. What were your thoughts on that?
Part of me goes, we clearly need to go out after dark.
Oh, God,
Like, absolutely. If nothing else happens, we just need to walk outside after dark and see what happens.
See, I was almost tempted to insist that we all stayed in just to mess up Ash's story arc.
I had a plan. There's always a plan B. What you did say though, Andy, is you were, when that happened, you were like, I've got a plan, I've got a plan. What was the plan? Was it what you did?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
right.
you know, I you might have guessed that my character doesn't always like following the rules, and if someone says don't draw attention to yourself, the first thing he's thinking is, okay, what's the best way to draw attention to myself? and that sort of kind of made sense to me. Although I didn't.
How does that contradict with your character's survival instincts?
At the moment, he's feeling a little kind of. I mean, bear in mind, he was inside a house on the first floor, and in the first floor, so he wasn't. He wouldn't have done it in the street. Yeah, exactly. So he felt a little safer because he was upstairs in a tavern, and he had people around him that he's beginning to feel, despite perhaps not being close to friends, but he feels they would have his back. So he didn't feel completely alone. So he's perhaps becoming a little more adventurous, not necessarily expressing that in a appropriate way. But he's feeling a little more, and I don't think he's yet emotionally mature enough to express how he's beginning to feel about these people. And I shouldn't say I don't think, because it's my character, so I know.
We've been talking, and he's expressing some feelings to me in
Yes.
my mind. Okay.
So yeah, that was my plan.
Okay.
Although I hadn't made the link between werewolves and mooning.
And full moon, yeah. I did wonder if that's the route you were going down. But then part of me thought, I wonder if he's got some like really cool plan to jump from rooftop to rooftop to scout out the streets. Then I thought, this is Andy. No. Maybe bum out the window. That's much more Andy's choice.
I did check to make sure there was no splinters that could, get me.
It's true to life as well, isn't it? Because there was that one time we stayed in a hotel in Nottingham when you threw a toilet roll out the window.
Well, you know, a soap story roll as well.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, and then we came out of the hotel in the morning and there was a tree outside. I was just toilet roll on this tree. So it was a true to life.
Good times.
But he's giving me a look like my mum would give me.
No, you're fine. You do what you want.
That was
You're
fun.
adults.
It was a long time ago.
It was.
You were still old then.
With the not going out at night thing, I wasn't sure to start off with if it was an oppressive thing. It was like a controlling the populace, don't let them go out at night, sort of make them feel under the thumb sort of thing. So that's why I was trying to get a bit more information about it, and then it was nice to have that intrigue of, well, there's something out there at night and not sure what it is. So I said ghosts. That's even better than ghosts.
Yeah, I had the same feeling. I thought it wasn't for our protection, it was that they were up to something a little untoward, and they just didn't want anyone else to see it or become aware of it. So like you, I wasn't thinking it to protect the populace.
It was just, if you're not a werewolf, stay indoors, basicly, was the way I was reading
This
it.
is our town.
This is our town, yeah, you're not locals.
Yeah,
You're local town.
local people.
It was true, and everyone was werewolf and white boy.
People like us, visitors.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not a small town, is it?
No, it's huge.
Is it a city or is it?
It's a city. Obviously, our listeners can't see it, but that's a map of the city.
What's the population of Timberminster, Ash?
No, John, what is population and stuff?
140,000.
40,000.
Rats. 140,002
Were rats.
were rats. Yeah.
That's what everyone just turns into rats here. That's what it is.
Quite scary. That's a horror movie right there.
So at this point, we started to quite chummy with our good friend the barkeep, even to the point where we thought, well, okay, when we shared our names, let's ask his, and that brought about a rather unexpected outcome. Because although he shared his name, he did kind of hold back a bit. He was a little bit hesitant. Now, I thought initially it was that, you as a DM had completely frozen, hadn't thought of a name. I was thinking, okay, it was a good name, but I'm guessing that that's not the case. I'm guessing there's something a little more untoward.
So, cards on the table. I had thought of a name for him.
But then you specified Victor with a K.
Then I specified Victor with a K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To throw us off the track.
Throw you off the scent, so to speak. But yes, he was The hesitation wasn't entirely me trying to come up with a name, but was part of his character as well.
Was that an Easter egg that people might
No,
pick up
I
on?
don't
Okay.
think so.
I wondered if it might have been.
I don't think so. No, it's not. It's not an Easter egg.
You won't find Easter eggs in this story because I'd eat them all.
I don't think there were any Easter eggs in that episode at all. There was one.
I guess another question I've got for Adonis. You are burning through your cash quite
Yeah,
quickly.
it's running out. You're gonna be out of luck pretty soon.
Because, yeah, I mean, very much appreciate you setting the tab up. How do you think are you going to react at all to the fact that you set a limit and he exceeded it? Our friend Victor.
No, probably not. Because it was the whiskey that made it exceed.
But was it the whiskies that we drank knowingly, or was it the one that was presented to Jimmy after we left?
I don't know. Did you buy a good whiskey?
Oh, I had one, yeah.
How much did it cost you?
I have no idea because it was on your tab.
That's a fair point, then, isn't it? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm personally now holding G responsible for the extra 8 gold that it cost me.
No, I think Jimmy. We saw Jimmy and Victor have a little sort of, quiet word with each other after you two had spoken to him, and then a whiskey appeared. I think it was him putting another whiskey in your tab.
Right, let's be honest. If we're staying in that tavern for any length of time, he's going to have damages.
Yeah, that's true.
Just how it works. So I don't feel too bad.
I guess the fact that we're the only 3 guests in the entire inn kind of narrows down the people responsible for the damages.
Well, it won't be our fault.
Of course not.
Well, yeah, someone else will do it.
So you two, well, I think initially it was Vesper went over to talk to Jimmy.
I don't know why.
No.
You're the pace man of the group.
She tried her best. Unfortunately, it's that the quest is not good enough.
There was a subtle Dragonborn comment in your initial exchange, which we didn't challenge him on at all. What's going on there?
Oh yeah.
Dragonborn's not welcome in Timberminster?
Well, but less common. So had you been a tiefling, it would have been the same, probably. Also, less common species than for a human or an elf. Obviously, you, although you're none of those things, outwardly at a glance, probably pass for a human, would you? Do you think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Human or elf.
Yeah.
Creatures.
Glashtar are a bit funny, aren't
Bit bland.
they?
When they look at Clash Tower, it just a sort of he wasn't lucky with the genetics kind of vibe. Is that?
Not by the art that appeared. The cheekbones. The jawline that was mocked up. Supermodel. Okay. Picturing. Interesting.
He's drawn
He's got a
on.
hero jawline.
Yeah.
He's drawn on 6-pack.
Yeah. It's just all the definitions in his face, and then it's just like mush.
Pretty much.
I'd forgotten about the artwork. Did we post that publicly?
No, I don't think we
Do
have.
you think we possibly should put it in the Discord server and then that pun chat?
I think we should.
So maybe our listeners should go over to the Discord server and join the Discord server, have a look in the that pun chat, and see if they can find the artwork.
We could do it like a little teaser. We can blur out parts of it, so you just see a little bit and be like, "Can you guess who this is?"
That's a great idea. I think we should do it. There's only one way to find it if we do it.
If we do.
You have to join the Discord server. The link to which is in the show notes below.
Why not that?
Which I am now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Finally coughed up the goods.
Only 3 years in, but yeah.
Excuse me. Shall I send you the bill for those models I've just bought?
But did you buy them for Ash, or did you buy them for you?
The ones you haven't seen yet were bought specifically for the game I'm running. I have no other use for them afterwards.
Oh. Poor Andy.
Why not? It's going to be fun.
I don't know why you've got so many My Little Pony in it. Weird.
Yeah, I had to sort of stick a little toothpick on their head to make them unicorns.
I
Wondered where that was going, wouldn't you?
The hand gesture. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No one else can see the hand.
No one else can.
No,
So,
you just be glad that you can see it.
He's 2 for 2 now today for episodes where he has done things with his hands, like sign language or hand gestures. There's another one.
Okay, so I think it's fair to say that your chat with Jimmy initially didn't quite go to plan.
No.
flopped there, didn't it?
I think that's kind of part of the course with Vespa though, because she has a habit of talking to people and it never goes the way she expects it to.
It happened with Lambury, didn't it? The first time you met Lambury, the same thing happened then.
When I got to the village and I was asking about their Memorial Day and was like,
Yeah.
Happy Memorial Day! That's not appropriate. Well, shit.
As a character, do you think Vespa's actually picking up on that?
She's picking up on it, but she doesn't understand why it's happening. Because she commented later on, she was like, I've said things to the barkeep that in a similar way, in a similar vein that I said to Jimmy, and you both reacted in completely different ways. I don't get it.
So in her mind, it's if at first you don't succeed, try.
Yeah, just don't ever change the tactic. Yeah, you just continue to do the same thing until you get the results you want.
There is an expression,
Mm-hmm.
if you keep doing the same thing over and over again but expect a different outcome,
It's the definition of madness.
it is.
But you are changing the variables though, to different people you talk to each time.
Yeah. She'll get there eventually.
So it's not full madness.
Slight madness.
Side madness. You're on the path.
50% madness.
What's that? What's your favourite song?
Wings of a dove.
What? Where did that comment come from?
Madness.
Right.
I want to say baggy trousers, but then I feel like that's a bit kind of like, oh, that's one of the big ones, isn't it? Yeah, no, yeah. But I'll say that then.
Okay. So whilst you were having your failed attempt at a QMAG with our good friend Jimmy, the illustrious Gary, he created a new beverage.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you sniggering?
No reason.
He used your new found coffee that now exists in your havens, and he mixed it with whiskey and a bit of cream to create a new drink. Who's going to try one?
I don't like coffee.
It's hard.
I always drink a coffee with a shot of whiskey in.
I'll go for a shot of amaretto myself.
Oh,
I know.
You can also just ditch the cream and just use Baileys.
Yes.
oh,
Yes,
yeah,
Bailey's
good.
coffee.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Actually, we serve those in my local little pop-up bar in the village hall. We call them baby Guinnesses, Kahlua and Baileys on top.
So
Looks
that's
like
a
Guinness.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a completely different thing to a coffee with Bailey's.
Well, no, because Kahlua is sort of coffee-based liqueur.
Mm.
And Baileys is a Baileys, and it looks like a Guinness when it's on top.
Is there perhaps any way our listeners might be able to come and purchase one of those from you, Andy?
Absolutely. All they've got need to do is register to come to one of our games, where the bar will be open, and I will serve those at £2.50 a shot.
Can I have one?
Yeah, if you pay me £2.50.
Perfect.
Before the next big event, we have to get you one of those shot bandoliers.
Oh, yeah.
Andy can be a shot girl.
Yeah.
So,
Will you wear the bikini as well?
move between the tables.
Always do.
Did you say moves between the tables?
Move between the tables.
Remind us actually, find our listeners, Ash, when are our next events then?
So if you head over to the Facebook page, look at the events section, you will see all of the events that are currently available, because I don't know when you're listening to this episode. However, if you are listening to this episode when it is released, I also can't remember the exact dates, but we do have, when's this coming out? July, isn't it? Right, so the adventure day is done. So there is the Acolyte Campaign Day, which is a campaign in one day. So you don't even have to bring a character. You come along, sit down with your DM at the table, roll your character up and play a campaign on the day. That's always good fun. But the big one is a November game, a 12-hour sponsored event, which this year is called the World Anvil. This year it is going to be epic. And the bar is open for both of those events. So if you are just coming for one of Andy's baby Guinness shot things served with a bandolier with him in a bikini, then that will happen at both of those events.
Absolutely. And you'll have a decent amount of fun playing a rolling dice and saying bugger and taking wounds. Or is that only me?
Mostly you.
Okay. Good to know. I completely lost my place of notes there.
Jimmy.
You were chatting with Jimmy, and yeah, he kind of, he was a bit naughty because he kind of only started to open up once you agreed to buy one of the decent whiskies, which then cost you double because I then realised as a character that I got shook some cheap stuff, so I had a decent whiskey. So. It's all right. I like
You're sort of friends. I'm not sure I've forgiven you yet for putting the girl inside me rather than just links. We didn't really come to that this episode, but it will come back, I'm sure.
Putting the girl inside me.
Ooh. He's a Domus. Are you the group sugar daddy?
Have I not described his big coat and packs of work as originals?
Excellent.
Edit that out.
No. Play it again at the top of every episode.
So, I mean, obviously,
You like to pet my dog.
So you guys, you were talking to Jimmy with a view of getting an introduction to meet Jarl. Jarl?
The Jarl.
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 I like how Vesta. I like how Vesta says it. To be a
And that?
You try to learn a new language and they're like, no, you have to do it in the accent because then it's easier to say.
And then you kind of divulged about the finding of the dead girl. Although you kind of left out the bit where she was dead.
It wasn't really appropriate to tell one of the guards that you slapped her.
I admittedly had completely forgotten what had happened. I just remembered that we'd come across a girl and she'd end up dead and couldn't remember what happened between.
The middle bit's fuzzy.
No, so I haven't.
I'm surprised we didn't have to run a deception check, to be honest, when we were spinning that story.
I did have to do a deception.
For that bit?
Oh no, later on when I said about killing a baby.
And then the presentation of a strange box, which I'm not quite sure how that is. Convince him to, arrange this very important meeting, but
Yeah.
what was you thinking when you presented the box?
It was unusual. Maybe he'd know something about it.
Yeah.
Best food to put the spices with. I don't know. Local delicacy.
Yum.
It's like when someone mentions they're a doctor and you go, oh, do you know what this is? And they go, no.
Yeah, basically. You're a doctor. My mum has.
Well, we're doctor in physics. Not doctor in stupidity. Anyway. So, yeah, obviously that failed. He was not keen on introducing us to the Jarl, given that I've got to admit, I was surprised he didn't kind of pick up on the fact that there was a girl in our care and she died, and he didn't kind of probe any further on what was the cause of death and anything like that.
No.
And I'm glad, because like Bertie, I'd forgotten all of that.
You'd forgotten that you slipped the girl's throat, had you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to bite us in the bone there.
Oh, yeah.
He did say he was going to send some people out, so they can go and dig up a body. It's got his throat cut.
But we gave him very bad directions as to where it was.
You gave him the wrong direction.
Yeah. So we need to be out of here within maybe 3 months.
Yeah. Oh no, but they've basically their own sniffer dogs. Checking the calendar.
Just checking the calendar.
He is.
Green Mum.
Look at me.
I mean, we did establish that the Jarl wasn't going to be, he was out of Timberminster and wasn't going to be back until the following morning.
Because something was going on as well, but we didn't get much information on that.
I mean, is there a Timberminster or an All Havens equivalent of the RSPCA? Because I think, that was just sadistic. Sort of, well, the whiskey's for the dog, they'll make you drink it. Oh, that's a waste of whiskey.
Wasted whiskey.
Give it to a dog.
Perhaps could drink you under the table. That's it. Next episode, drinking contest.
Yeah.
An hour and a half of Patch out drinking G.
Not going to happen. We'll do it in real life as well.
John can drink for Patch.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, no chance. No chance.
We'll see how many more bottles of whiskey you can go through.
About 6 years ago, maybe, but not now. First.
Drink responsibly.
How to do that?
I'm just doing it in case we get sued.
Use a glass, not a bottle.
Yes.
Bottles are made of glass often.
Yeah, but don't drink out the bottle as well. Come on. Let's move on. Let's just move on.
It's safe washing up. Okay, I think after that, the next thing, I'm going to enjoy this next little section because in the opposite corner to our friend Jimmy.
Yes.
Have you any idea where we're going with this?
I think so. Yeah.
Should I? I'll just expand. In the opposite corner, we noticed this sort of young lady dressed in a full-length leather coat, I believe. And one of the party took a bit of a shine.
I didn't notice.
No.
No.
Was it Patch?
No, I think it might have been. Must have been.
No,
To smell the leather, probably.
Yeah.
Probably liked it.
to the point where the images of Vesper sort of slinking under, almost sliding under the table, will be something that I will hold dear to my heart. In testament to her newfound companions, dare I say it, friends, that they tried to help out. They tried.
Try. Yeah.
They tried to sort of kindle love. They tried to do a bit of sort of matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
But failed miserably. I mean, which
Not for want of trying.
absolutely. I mean, we use different styles as well. So
But the stars were true to character as well, which was quite nice. You did
Which
it in a
one?
way that, well, I'm saying that although the stars were very different, it was true to your character as to how I would have expected them to try and be a wingman in that situation. One of you goes over and is going to be it all politely, and the other one just shouts right at the side of the bar.
well, one was efficient,
Oh yeah.
but not effective.
Mine wasn't effective either, so I don't think
No.
either approach is really works.
No. And I thought the response was a little cruel, in fact, when she came over to the table and just called us idiots.
But she didn't call Vesper an idiot.
No.
So that means
No.
wingman, ticking a wingman box.
Yeah.
Right, out of all of us at the table,
Yeah.
she thinks Vesper's the one that's got the brains. So, ticking a wingman box. I would say that's successful wingmanning.
Maybe subconsciously we were deliberately taking ourselves off the table.
Oh.
Don't want to be
Right.
competition.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. I think we recognised the depth of passion that Vesper was its.
Yeah. The Dragonborn and the steak puff marshmallow were taking themselves out of the competition.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah, no,
welcome.
she appreciates it.
Good.
I thought it was. I thought, but it was fantastic role playing. Very entertaining. It was very good.
And if we'd done a vlog rather than a podcast, so
But people physically seeing me try and disappear under the
It
table
was physical acting.
and sit nonchalantly. I think I was also acting the sweat.
yeah, I think the glow of red on your face
Yeah.
was tremendous. Superb acting. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, I can pull that out on cue and sneak it. I think it should be coming through.
And we started to sort of probe. Was that what word? Probe? No, probably not.
You've said it now.
Okay, we started to look more deeply into what this character could do. We sort of questioned her for a little bit, and we found out that she was a kind of washer-upper. By virtue of the fact that she cleans up messes and whatever. She didn't elaborate.
No, she's not.
So we went over to our good friend, Victor with a K, and we asked him, and he didn't have a name, which is fair enough, because he was a bit reluctant to share his own.
Yep.
But he did let on something top secret that he's not supposed to tell anyone, but he just blabbed it out.
Yeah.
Did someone get a high persuasion roll? There was a high persuasion roll involved, wasn't there? So it was like an 18 or something?
Yeah.
So,
Justifying my choices there.
was that the first time that we'd come across the Dragon Shield Guild in the story so far?
In this story, yes. I know John's come across Dragon Shield Guild in other stories.
It's not easy, Dragon
Dragon Shield Guild.
Exactly.
Whoever came up with that name is an idiot. Have you come across them before in other games?
If I couldn't tell you, probably.
I don't think they've existed in a game. I don't run a game for you for ages, Andy, apart from this one. I don't think they existed when I was running a campaign for you.
No, I don't really. But from the description you gave, they are a politically focused organisation.
Correct.
Do you want to tell us a bit more about the Dragon Shield Guild and what you're in?
No.
Fair enough.
Because this
Okay,
is
well-
the CIA, the secrets.
Well,
Six.
so you've kind of got. We've got a bit of time for this, Andy? You know what? Let's do a bit of this. Right, so you've got two organisations in the All Havens. You've got the Dragon Shield Guild and the Divine Inquisitors. The Divine Inquisitors are religiously controlled, so controlled by the vessels, whereas the Dragon Shield Guild are politically controlled, so controlled by the ruling council, primarily through Lady Oladan of Velsari. So their origin is. And we ran a mini campaign, the first mini campaign we ever did, which was called something, I can't remember what it was called now, where we basically founded the Dragon Shield Guild. So the leader of the Dragon Shield Guild is someone called Baroness, which was Aya's character. Some of you might remember Aya. He was a member who lives in Singapore, who flew over a couple of years back to come and see us. And it was her character who is now the ruler of the Dragon Shield Guild. They operate off a small island off the east or northeast coast of the mainland. And they are very, very secretive. They have different orders, and each order is dedicated to a different thing. So you have the Order Monstrum, which are monster hunters, the Order Arcane, which are mage hunters, wizard hunters, the Order Infernal, and the Order Abyssal, which are devils and demons. Can't remember the other ones now. The Order Assassinorium, which are all to do with taking out political figures who are dangerous. I think I might be all of them, I can't remember. But they all work differently. You can also play a Dragon Shield Guild agent as a subclass to the Rogue class.
Oh, cool.
So if you go onto patreon.com/CharryDND, it's a plug, it's always a plug, and click on the shop, there's a PDF document there which you can buy, I think it's £10 or something, and it's all of the most up-to-date stuff. So it's all of our classes that have been revisited for the new rule set, the 2024 rule set. And the Dragon Shield Guild is brand new there as well. We reworked that. There's a lot of input from Niall on that one as well. And it's a really nice, flavourful way of playing a rogue. It's different to anything else that sits in with the All Havens floor.
I don't know why, but when you first mentioned the phrase Dragon Shield Guild, I just had this visual image in my mind. And again, I'm conscious copyright law. So there is a film, very old film. Imagine a road that's made of yellow bricks.
Yes.
And there are some characters that aren't necessarily human. And there's some short people, and they're singing, "We are the Dragon Shield Guild, the Dragon Shield Guild, the Dragon Shield Guild." No? Am I the only one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you are alone now. Oh, if any of our listeners did think the same, please pop it in the comments below. I don't know if it gives any comments or interaction, but it might.
Quite frightening how my brain works sometimes then.
I did wonder where you were going with that.
Yeah.
Gee. Where else could I go?
Well, I don't know. It's flying animal soldiers.
No, you lost me. Right.
So he can get the munchkins, but not the monkeys with wings.
Ah. So we kind of had these interactions. We'd got quite friendly with Victor. Vespa was gushing over the
I don't know.
city.
Gushing is the word I'd use.
Yes. She was besotted with our young lady friend or young lady person over in the corner, and we kind of really pissed off Jimmy. But I think he got his own back by stealing some whiskey from using your account. I'm sure that's what he did. That's why I was nothing to do with G at all.
I'll ask for a nice split in the morning.
I think you should. So we then went upstairs to our rooms. All were facing the front of the inn on the main street. There were adjacent rooms, and we all had our own ensuite, which was nice to know. And we started to get ready for bed. And I kind of didn't. I did something else. Oh, sorry, G did something else. It wasn't me.
It was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, it's bottoms out. But it felt right. It felt like the right thing to do. I was challenging the authority. I thought they were just being, a little overly dickish and trying to control people and keep us all inside.
And you kept it on brand by mooning the werewolves.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
I feel like every group of friends has got that one friend who, when you're in a car, will stick their bum out the window or out the back seat, or
But it's terrifying.
run across the hotel hallway with their trousers down, something like that. There's always that one. I feel
But
like G's that.
It's terrifying when they're doing that and driving.
Yes, there. You've got to be careful.
Especially when they're doing it from a different window to the one next to them.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Like my car does drive itself.
Ooh, fancy pants Andy, got your car drives here.
Well, it's funny because out of all of my friends, you are the one who I would say is most likely to hang their ass out of the window.
The salesman saw it. He's like,
Yeah, this is the
I
guy.
recognise this man.
Yes, man.
You need the self-drive.
I think the only problem is being so old now and being so saggy that there's a good chance that the cheeks would be scraping along the tarmac.
I was going to say, is it like Great Dane out the window and the lips are like flat?
It's still staying in. It's staying in. It's staying in.
Okay. So shortly after that, G did his moving trick, got threatened with arrest, so decided he won't take a risk. We'll start settling down, but then there was a commotion in the street. Who was the first to look out the window?
Me.
That's Vespa.
Yeah.
And you saw two of the guards, the Lupine guards, and two other pale characters, but dressed in dark clothing.
Yes. Which, at first, I was like, ooh, well, the woman we met was described as pale and in dark clothing. So I was like, oh, maybe she's a baddie. Maybe it's something to do with her, and she's actually part of this force that's attacking the city.
See, I was genuinely confused because, as I said earlier, I wasn't sure whether the rationale behind this rule of down going out was to control the populace so that they didn't become aware of what was going on. So I still wasn't convinced that the Lupine guards were the good guys, and I wasn't sure. I know I said it in my initiative, and I was sort of changing my aim between the pale.
Yeah.
We then found out the vampires and the Lupine guards, especially when they morphed into their wolf form. Because in my mind, werewolves not good.
I think I was the same. Like, first look out the window, it's like, who do we start with here? Do we even do we get involved? Do we not get involved? And it took you falling out the window and being in danger for the
I think if I jumped out, jump out the window, I just failed to land.
The jump was excellent.
I used my feet to jump and my face to land. What's the difference?
I do. It's interesting you say that, Andy, because I like to play on those stereotypes in games. So everyone thinks werewolves equals bad, but it's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, but I think what fueled that belief in my mind was that one of them was Jimmy, and I think he's a dick anyway.
He's a bit of an arsehole, yeah.
But the point is, you knew he was a proper guard of the city, so it's like, oh, helping the official. These other fellas look like the lady we just met, who
I think if
is an agent of some sort, and they with her, like it just.
If I looked out and they had already transformed and were werewolves, and we saw them fighting, I think that would have been more difficult, because it's like, okay, there's this implication that the werewolves are here, we don't go out after night. I think that would have been more difficult to determine which side we would have been on. But because I was able to see them as people and recognise Jimmy first, it was like, okay. So that was, for me, the indicator as to which was the right side of the nonsense.
So in all your time playing in the Ravens, you've never come across corrupt officials?
It was more, our goal here is to speak to the Jarl. He is the one that we have been informed is the one that can get us in contact with the Jarl, and therefore, even if he is not on the right side of this, to resolve the issue of all of these people disappearing and these towns going, he is the one, whether it's right or wrong in this situation. I'm not from here, it's not really my place to make that decision, but I need information, I need help from him.
Yeah, that's another thing that at the moment my mind can't get around. We started the journey on this campaign, and there were towns starting to vanish. Now all of a sudden they've flown into this, as you say, Twilight-esque scenario where the go between werewolves and vampires. And I'm just thinking, how does this link? How does this relate to the complete vanishing of not just the people, but the entire physical structure of a town?
I think it doesn't have to. It's just things happen in the world. If you travel from one town to another, something's going to be happening in that town that doesn't necessarily mean that it has any link at all to what happened in another place you saw. It's just
because we're here to get information, aren't we?
Yeah.
There's still stuff happening here. It's up to us whether we get involved in it or not.
Yeah, life goes
Bear in
on.
mind, we've got to work out dates on that calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
So, fight kicks off. We've already established the way that Vesper gracefully descends to the road, to the street level.
It was tactical.
To join the fight.
Camouflage on my face with the mud, so it's more difficult to
So
see.
you try to keep your threat level down.
You keep telling yourself that. And then I actually hit something.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
I think
More
you did
than
very
once.
well.
With my first bow shot, I actually hit something. And that was... I was going to quit there and then, if I'm honest. That was it. I wasn't going to retire.
Well, if Patch wasn't there, you would have been the MVP for that fight.
Yeah.
Patch was awesome.
So yeah, the fight unfurled, and we had these vampire type creatures trying to attack, and Jimmy went down.
He did.
And we're talking, as in wounded.
Thank you for the clarification there. I feel we all needed that.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He fell to the ground, unconscious.
He did. Were you rolling death throws from him?
No.
Oh, what?
It's too impressive to roll death.
You let G heal him and bring him back later, which I think is an interesting choice from a DM's perspective.
Mhm.
Because normally once the NPC or something's dead, they're dead.
Yep.
Generally. So, was there any particular reason for that?
Yes.
Was it so that we could ensure that the story could move forward?
Yes.
Very well.
So I wanted... I was going to say Jimmy, the named NPCs are going to have some kind of importance within the story, normally. Again, so you had that interaction, or G had the interaction or opinion of him that he was a bit of an arsehole, and he was. So that kind of combat allows you to build that trust with him, and has ultimately led him to taking you directly to the Jarl.
Yeah.
Which benefits him and you. So it is very much a narrative device to give you a reason to be able to get into the Jarl's quarters and speak to him. But, interestingly, picking up what you said about not knowing who the bad guys are the werewolves the bad guys, the vampires the bad guys. Had you attacked the werewolves, there was still something in the back of my mind as to how we would have dealt with that situation and how the story would have changed or developed had you sided with the vampires. Had you decided to stand there and watch, not quite sure what I would have done. It wouldn't have made a very engaging episode, so I'm glad you did get involved.
I think it's very important that you said, the gods aren't doing well, because I was like, I'm just going to watch, just see what happens. Yeah.
We're not allowed out.
Yeah.
I was trying to lead you into the Lupine Guard getting their ass kicked.
Yeah.
And certainly when you look at the stat blocks, the CR differences between the vampires and the Guard is quite chunky.
I mean, I've got to admit, my character was so tempted still to shoot Jimmy. Because he's just got this real dislike of the guy. But Tess when he went down, Tess kind of said that, you've got to do the right thing.
So she's like your conscience.
She's not conscious, as I say. I have a spirit inside me, and most of my race, I think I've said this before in a previous episode, most of my race, they don't communicate directly with them. They kind of have dreams where they interpret what they want to be communicated with them. But I don't know if it's in the 2024 rule book, but it was in the 2014 rule book, there was a table you could roll for the race, and one of the outcomes was that you have actual audible conversations with.
Yeah. And
that's the option I took. I didn't roll, I just thought that sounds good.
Yeah.
It gives me something different I can do. So no, it is a separate consciousness. It's not like little Jimmy Cricket sitting like.
Yeah.
I feel like it still acts a bit as your conscience there.
Yeah, because she has
on the shoulder going.
She has a different set of moral values to me. She's trying to make me recognise my flaws and become a better person. As I've alluded to, there is something that I have done in the past that I am desperate to keep secret, and I'm quite ashamed of, and she wants me to sort of become better so that perhaps to make up for that. Which is why she convinced me I should be going down there and, rather than standing back, which would be my natural instinct, stand back in the safety of this inn and where they're not going to get to me, unless, of course, they manage to wipe you lot out, in which case I'll be legging it. And she actually convinced me to get down and get involved, and as the only in the group, do a bit of healing.
We're very grateful that you came down and did this, especially in us.
And Jimmy.
And Jimmy.
I feel like there's a lot to unpack with G.
Yeah. Oh, there is. There is. But we've got plenty of time to do so.
Absolutely. We're going to enjoy unpacking G.
And help him to evolve into a better person. Is it me, or do I sound hollow? I think I sound like I'm in a box.
Are you living in a box?
I wonder if it's because you're sat back a little more. I wonder maybe a bit closer.
Yeah. I felt it a second ago, it's like here to here.
Makes you go.
You just got to know where to put your mouth.
Okay, so let's get back to the fight. So shortly after Jimmy went down, and we were doing a bit of damage to these vampires. But then, shock horror, Adonis, you took one for the team. You did a great job.
I feel like I did something very cinematic and cool before getting
absolutely
stacked and collapsing in a heap.
Beautiful visual.
Flying down on his was it spectral wings, you said?
Yeah, got all sort of spectral wings.
What are they, like dragon wings,
Dragon
like angel wings?
Dragon wings.
Okay.
Oh, I think they're like fairy wings. Little divine that's how that is. Have you ever seen the film Santa Claus 2 with the Tooth Fairy? I imagine it's like that.
It's not how I was picturing it.
Fortunately, this is theatre of the mind.
Yes. We can all have different images as long as it works. That's the main thing.
So it's a glorious swoop down, fire being thrown everywhere, two of them being got.
One down.
One down, one hurt.
And then 2 daggers, critical hit.
Nasty.
Down you go. I'm a wizard. Well, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You made me very conscious that you're the only person with healing.
Yeah.
Like, very conscious of it.
And not very good thing either.
Absolutely.
And I can only help while you're still up. That's the other thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, you down? Nope, can't help you now.
I mean, again, as a character, I was thinking, well, who would I... my instinct was to go to you first. Because, I'm beginning to form this bond with you two as characters. And I don't like Jimmy. But...
You're not?
I'm not sure if I mentioned this before.
I wasn't sure.
No? Okay. Well, no. I just don't like him, sorry. But I was also conscious that Jimmy's mate was standing astride you to protect you, and you had buffed his, giving him more energy. Out of game, you'd given him some additional bonus health points. In game, you buffed him in some way. So I felt that you were less at risk than Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And that influenced my decision to go with Jimmy first.
You also asked who was closest, and the answer was Jimmy.
Well,
so,
yeah.
If it was, you're standing right next to Adonis, I think you probably would have gone.
Probably, yeah.
It was also interesting that the other guard chose to take that defensive position over you as well, because that was kind of the solidifying that no, they are here to protect and to help, because he could have just been like, and then got back into the fight.
Especially considering he was messed up as well.
Yeah.
Even though the werewolves think good about
So after sort of, going out and putting myself in danger and healing
It's all about you.
healing both of the downed characters. It was one final act that I think came from Jim. Does anyone want to just recap what that was?
Oh, you shut your pants.
That's age. No.
No, I can't remember anything else.
Finished off the last vampire.
I did. That slipped my mind. Yes, I fired my...
Before you did your 2 points of damage, though, Jimmy did fall in.
I was going to say, that was a good thing to bring Jimmy up, because the 3 attacks that he got.
Just
It's like-
before,
Yes.
just before your 5 damage.
So my psychic powered arrows that just did the job. But then, the voice. What was the reason that I was the only one that heard it?
Because of the psychic damage. That's why I asked where the psychic power came from. So had the psychic damage come from Ness, then Ness would have heard it.
Ah, okay.
But because it came from you, you've heard it. So it drew an excitement. I don't know how much behind the screen to give you. Let's go all in, right? So they were vampire familiars that you were fighting. They have an ability called Vampiric Connection. When the familiar and his vampire master are on the same plane of existence, the vampire can communicate with the familiar telepathically, and the vampire can perceive through the familiar's senses. So, marrying that trait up with your psychic damage and where that psychic thing came from created a temporary link between you and this familiar master.
And when the voice said he can see me, does that include in the shower?
Probably not, but he would have been laughing at the same point.
What, me reapplying my six-pack
Yeah.
afterwards?
Yeah.
I don't know why I actually drew it on my chest. I had to read it at the same time. If I drew it on my chest, that'd be the wrong place. Yes. Okay, so he's down. We've got a bit of an insight into something bigger going on here. It's not just a random pack of vampires. It's something out there. And I think he specifically referred to them as minions, was it?
What just then?
Yeah.
Familiars.
No, you said familiars, but I've just...
In the message.
Oh,
in the
message.
message.
Sorry, yes. Minions, yeah.
Yeah. So that, again, infers that it is something, there's something controlling them, that they are foot soldiers, if you like, which I didn't keep to myself. I relayed to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a good boy then? I'll get a treat. I mean, I guess the positive outcome for me is the fact that that has kind of built bridges with and improved the relationship we had with Jimmy, and I'm guessing by virtue of that the wider Lupine Guard.
I feel like it's a pretty successful kind of session for the group, really, because we're told don't go outside at night. We did go outside at night, like that could have gone completely differently.
Also, immediately on the first night.
Yeah, straight away, like let's just go stand in the streets.
You were always going outside that way.
Yeah.
It was
As soon as you said it, absolutely. Neither of the guards died. We made new friends.
Mm-hmm.
Two new friends. Victor with a K and Jimmy.
Saved a guard, got an in with the Jarl, killed some vampire. I feel like it was quite a successful.
So when you refer to it as a successful encounter, is that purely because didn't result in all three of us being down and having to be safe by Andy? I think
That as well, yeah.
Yeah.
That plays into it.
There's always a part of me in the back of my mind, just like, he's going to show up. He's just going to come right in.
with a new goat.
Yeah, much bigger goat.
But let's be honest, those the werewolves weren't that tough. Both of them could have ended up dead. We could have ended up in a street with a couple of piles of dust and 2 dead guards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, explain that away.
Yeah,
Could have left us in a very different situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And as a consequence, Jimmy has quite happily agreed to take us up to see the Jarl. He set off immediately, which seems a little bit odd, seeing as
he said he wouldn't be there till the morning.
Maybe it's a really long walk.
Yeah. So that brings us to the end of that episode. Was there anything that I kind of haven't talked about that you guys want to bring up?
No.
No?
No, you've got everything.
Really?
You're surprised.
Yeah, I don't have to do detail, which is very unfortunate since my job is detail. But anyway, so I'd like to thank all you guys for participating in again a wonderful episode. And I think thank our listeners for tuning in. Beth, hope the vacuuming's completed. And we'll see you next time. So it's a goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.
You missed a spot, Beth. Goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me. We'd just like to do a shout out to our wonderful Patreon members, starting with our Ruby tier, Alberta, Claire, Dave R, Jason, Joshua, Laura, Cole C.
Our Sapphire member, Gary. Our Emerald members, Stuart and Neil.
And over to the Diamond Geezers, we've got Ash, Bertie and John, neither of who are actually very important. We've got Chris L, who I think that's celebrity. Lizzie, Martin M, Neil, Zeke, and as of today, a brand new member. Welcome! Guess who? That's me, in case you didn't know.
And our Obsidian members, Dave F, JP, Niall, Becca, and Ethan.
And finally, the ruling council members, Crispy and Sophia.